Sure. Here's the translation of your text into English. Friends, you must know that planet Jupiter is the king of our solar system. It is the largest planet in terms of size and characteristics compared to all other planets. In fact, if someone were to view our solar system from afar, they would see just the Sun and Jupiter. The other planets would appear as if they were space debris. You can gauge Jupiter's size from the fact that if it were to swallow all the planets in the solar system twice over, there would still be space left inside it. And just as Jupiter is the largest, it is also the most dangerous. It is clearly stated that Jupiter is the most dangerous planet for humans. If a person were to travel to Jupiter, they wouldn't even reach the upper layer of its clouds before dying from Jupiter's deadly radiation. So, if we call Jupiter the most dangerous planet in the solar system, it wouldn't be wrong. Last time, I conducted a poll on my channel asking what you wanted the next video to be about, and more than 70% of people voted for Jupiter. Additionally, I received many comments asking me to make a video on Jupiter. So, your wait ends with this video because today we will discuss in detail about the largest and most dangerous planet of the solar system, Jupiter. As always, this video will be quite interesting, so stay tuned till the end. I am Abdul Hanan, and you are watching your own channel, Info Family. So friends, if we want to understand Jupiter well, we need to start from the beginning, which means we need to go back in time to see how Jupiter was formed, why it was formed, and what would have happened if Jupiter did not exist. Would the solar system be affected by Jupiter's presence or absence, or is it a baseless notion? So, let's go back in time and start the story of Jupiter. Music. So friends, when talking about Jupiter, it is considered that Jupiter was the first planet to form in our solar system. It is believed that about 4.6 billion years ago, there was nothing in our solar system. There were just huge clouds of gas, which then contracted, leading to the birth of our Sun and also Jupiter. And as you know, our Sun is a star. When a new star is born, a dust disk forms around it, known as a protoplanetary disk. As the name suggests, a protoplanetary disk is a disk that forms planets. This disk remains around a star for 5 to 10 million years before it dissipates, but before it does, it creates many planets that then orbit that star. The same happened with our Sun. When our Sun was born, there was also a dust disk around it, where various materials started forming and colliding, leading to the formation of Jupiter. Jupiter formed first, and that's why it is the largest planet. This is because all planets were formed from the same dust from which Jupiter was formed, so Jupiter is the largest planet as the first planet would attract the most dust, and thus, it would be the largest. Interestingly, Jupiter is made from the same elements as a star, hydrogen and helium. In fact, our Sun is also made of hydrogen and helium, so Jupiter is just smaller in size, otherwise, it could have been a star too. That's why Jupiter is also called a failed star, meaning a star that didn't quite make it. So that's the story of Jupiter's formation. Now let's move forward and talk about the discovery of Jupiter. Jupiter was discovered in ancient times because it is one of the 5 planets that are visible without a telescope. Yes, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are the 5 planets that can be seen with the naked eye in the sky. That's why ancient people were aware of these 5 planets and thought there were only 5 planets in the solar system. Anyway, the first human to see Jupiter was Galileo. In 1610, Galileo used a small telescope to observe Jupiter and also saw its 4 large moons. Galileo was astonished because he discovered for the first time that other planets besides Earth could have moons, and not just one, but several. The 4 moons Galileo saw were Ganymede, Io, Europa, and Callisto, which are the 4 largest moons of Jupiter. So we have seen the story of Jupiter and its discovery. Now the question remains. Why is Jupiter important? Does its presence or absence make a difference? Friends, if Jupiter did not exist, life on Earth might not have been possible. This is because Jupiter acts as a shield for Earth. It either deflects or attracts asteroids that might otherwise hit Earth. If Jupiter did not exist, there would be a constant shower of asteroids on Earth and the neighboring planets. Jupiter protects Earth and the other planets in the inner solar system from these asteroids. The asteroids mostly come from the asteroid belt located between Mars and Jupiter. This belt contains about 1 to 2 million asteroids, and according to a 2021 study, the asteroid that caused the extinction of dinosaurs also came from this asteroid belt. Many people think that the asteroids in the belt are packed closely together like raindrops, but that's not true. If it were the case, no spacecraft could reach Jupiter. There is a distance of millions of kilometers between asteroids. According to an estimate, the distance between one asteroid and another is about 1 million kilometers. For comparison, Earth's diameter is 12,742 kilometers, meaning that within this distance, about 235 Earths could fit. Now, let's discuss the characteristics of Jupiter. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and is located 5.2 astronomical units away. If you don't know what an astronomical unit is, let me explain. The distance between the Sun and Earth is called 1 astronomical unit. So if Jupiter is 5 astronomical units away from the Sun, it is 5 times farther from the Sun compared to Earth. While sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach Earth, it takes 43 minutes to reach Jupiter. Jupiter's rotation is faster than any other planet in the solar system. While Earth completes one rotation in 24 hours, Jupiter completes it in just 9 hours and 56 minutes, making it the fastest rotating planet in the solar system. However, Jupiter does not have the fastest revolution. Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution around the Sun, but Jupiter takes 12 years due to its larger orbit. Interestingly, while Earth experiences changing seasons like summer, winter, and spring, Jupiter does not have distinct seasons. Its temperature remains constant. In terms of size, Jupiter's diameter is 11 times that of Earth, and if Earth were placed inside Jupiter, about 1,312 Earths would fit. In fact, there is enough space inside Jupiter to fit all the planets twice over, and still, space would remain. To get a sense of Jupiter's size, imagine holding a grape in one hand and a basketball in the other. The grape represents Earth, and the basketball represents Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and everything related to it is also the largest, like its magnetic field. Jupiter has the largest magnetic field in the solar system, 200 times greater than Earth's magnetic field and even larger than the Sun's magnetic field. Its magnetic tail extends up to 1 billion kilometers, almost equal to the distance between the Sun and Saturn. Scientists say that if Jupiter's magnetic field were visible, it would appear as large as the Moon in our sky. Earth's magnetic field is created by the molten metal in its core, but scientists are still unsure what exactly is in Jupiter's core, whether it's molten metal or a massive rock, 10 to 20 times larger than Earth. As mentioned earlier, Jupiter is the most dangerous planet, and landing there would be fatal for humans. But can any unmanned spacecraft land on Jupiter? The answer is no. Jupiter is a gas giant with no solid surface, only gases. The pressure of these gases is so high that any spacecraft landing on Jupiter would fall deeper into it, or it would evaporate due to the extreme temperatures before reaching the core. This has happened before. Although 9 spacecraft have been sent to Jupiter, the only one that entered Jupiter's atmosphere was Galileo. When the twin spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, passed Jupiter, they reported its rings and discovered some of its new moons. Scientists then thought of designing a spacecraft that could study Jupiter's moons and look inside Jupiter. Thus, the Galileo spacecraft was designed with a small probe attached to it, intended to land on Jupiter. As soon as the probe entered Jupiter's atmosphere, it made observations that we will discuss in Jupiter Part 2. If Part 2 of the Jupiter video is available, it will be displayed on your screen. If it hasn't been released yet, you can click on the video about planet Mars on the left or the video about planet Saturn on the right. Click on the one that interests you, and don't forget to follow and subscribe to the channel so you can continue to receive amazing videos.